Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this video. My name is Mora Maina. I'm a registered dietitian and I help people to positively shift their relationship with food and their bodies. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a slightly different video from what we are used to. For those who know me, know I work with people who are into fitness, athletes, and sports people in general. So today I'm going to be focusing on those people who are actually trying to build on their muscle. And a lot of times, these are the type of people who want to grow their muscles, to make them, to have stronger muscles for them to be able to compete. We have those people who actually want to grow their muscles for the aesthetics. Whichever reason you have, then this video is for you. So from what you're seeing on my table here, I have we have this Jenga blocks, which is going to be representing our muscle fibers for today. So I'm going to be using it to illustrate what usually happens when it comes to this muscle growth. So for you to be able to grow your muscles, there has to be damage. At the same time, there has to be repair. So how does it go about? A lot of times, of course, we know genetics plays a very important role when it comes to muscle building. It determines how big your muscle is going to grow. But at the same time, there are those things that you can do it that are humanly possible for us to ensure that we are growing our muscles. A lot of times you've seen those people who are very tiny and all of a sudden they have grown big and they are now very masculine. What have they done? You keep on talking about discipline, you keep talking about consistency, but what does this discipline and consistency look like? Yeah, so today that's what you're going to be unpacking and discussing today, for us to ensure for us to be able to learn what really happens when it comes to muscle growth. So stay tuned and watch this video. So there is no doubt, we know training is very important, particularly strength training, resistance training, for those people who are into bodybuilding, powerlifting, weightlifting, and any other kind of sports. We know training is very important. Lifting weights, doing a lot of strength training here and there, sit-ups, push-ups, squats, and all that. Okay, so we know all this is very important, but a lot of times we don't really know what really happens. So we keep on training and training without necessarily knowing what is supposed to be done. So let's have a look at this muscle of ours, the muscle fibers. When you're training, your muscle there is a lot of muscle tear and there's a lot of muscle tear and wear that happens. Okay, so your muscles keep on getting damaged. Okay, so during that period of training, your muscles get damaged, experience wear and tear, and they are broken down. So if you continue training, the muscle keeps on wearing out and tearing, yeah, making it even more damaged, Okay, so what is not happening? What is not happening here? This muscle look very weak and looks like it's gonna collapse any time. But we said training is very important when it comes to muscle building. But what is not happening here? Yeah, whatever is happening here doesn't seem to go hand in hand with what we said earlier on. But hear me out first. Before you stop that training, let's have a look at what really happens. Muscle growth doesn't happen during that period of training. Muscle building happens during that period of recovery. And when you're talking about recovery, we're talking about rest and sleep. Growth hormones are usually produced during that period of rest. At the same time, we are talking about our nutrition. And the most important macronutrient that you're going to be looking at here is the proteins. So when you take the protein, we remember the role of protein. It helps to repair and build the muscle. So when this muscle has been broken down through the training that you've done, the muscles comes in and fills in these gaps and repair the damaged tissues, the damaged muscle tissues, and repairs them. During this process, yeah, the muscles grow bigger and stronger than what they were before. What are we trying to say here? Training is very important because it's what's going to result to this muscle tear, and protein at the same time is also very important to ensure that these muscles are repaired and make it grow bigger and stronger than they were before. At the same time, we need to ensure adequate rest and sleep because, like we said, recovery, or rather, like we said, muscle building happened during that period of rest, and recovery. At the same time, you need to keep in mind that that overtraining doesn't necessarily make your muscles grow bigger. What it does is actually keeps on damaging your muscles. So when it comes to training, it has to be progressive. You need to do, just don't wake up today and you're lifting 50 kgs and you've never lifted weights before. These weights needs to be added slowly by slowly. The more strength you get, or rather the more strength you gain in that process, the more weights you keep on increasing for you to continue growing bigger and stronger muscles. You just don't wake up and you're lifting 100 kgs. Yeah, that one is gonna cause damage, and it might take a longer time to actually recover from it. At the same time, you don't need to strengthen the same muscles all the time. Yeah, if you're doing your glutes today, another day you're doing your arms, another day you're doing your any other muscles. Okay, so in short, the consistency and the discipline. At the same time, you also need to eat your carbohydrates, because it's this carbohydrate that is going to ensure there's enough glycogen stores, which is going to give you the energy that you need to be able to carry out this training, and also prevent you from experiencing what we call muscle cannibalism. So this muscle that you're trying to build, you don't want to continue breaking them down. What are we trying to say here? Training is important, but overtraining doesn't necessarily mean you're going to grow your muscles. Okay, when it comes to training, you need to do it progressively. You need to increase the intensity of your exercise progressively. So if you wake up today and you're already lifting 100 kgs, yet you've never lifted weights before, then that one is going to cause more muscle damage than you can be able to handle it during that period of repair. So more is not necessarily, it's not always better. It has to be very progressive. At the same time, of course, you need to have proper recovery, ensuring that your nutrition is okay. That is in terms of your protein intake, and of course there's other aspect of your carbohydrate intake, which is going to ensure that there is adequate glycogen stores, which is going to provide you with the energy to be able to do this particular training. At the same time, you need to take your healthy fats, that is the omega-3s, which is anti-inflammatory. It's gonna help also with the wear and tear during that period of repair. And of course, your antioxidants, the likes of vitamin C, the selenium, all of them plays a very important role, because during this wear and tear, there is a lot of inflammation, there is a lot of oxidative stress that happens during that period. So for you to be able to repair it, then you need to have your antioxidants, and of course the anti-inflammatories, that is the omega-3s, which is the healthy fats. With that said, now you know the basics of muscle building, and I believe you're gonna be able to do better next time, and be able to ensure that you're building your muscles in a much healthier way, in a way that is not going to compromise on your health, at the same time compromise on your muscle growth. Okay, so thank you so much for being here, and see you in the next video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for those who haven't. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye.